My question is about truth. I know in some aspects we make our own truth.
In every aspect.
The deeper question is living your truth. For the past year, I feel like I'm living my truth. I'm stepping on the path. But there's this part of me that wants to know where I'm going. And it feels like resistance.
Well,
So
it would
I want
be.
to.
It would be. What a perfect statement you just made. Because everything that we've been talking about before you sat down here is about being true to you. Your inner being knows who you are and has become it right up to the last request that you made. And when you feel elation, you are in that moment true to who you are. When you feel hatred, you're far, far, far from it. When you feel love, you're true to who you are. And the emotion is your indicator that there's no resistance that's preventing you from being all that you are. And so, being aware of how you feel and then being able to guide yourself to thoughts that allow you to feel that way is what that being true to yourself really is. What was the second part that you said?
It feels like resistance because I have to know where I'm going. That's just part of me.
That's why we started where we did. Can you accept, and we're really not wanting to put words in your mouth, but does it make sense? Does it sort of kind of feel logical to you that this vibrational reality really does exist? And so can you find a thought that is satisfying, that everything that you've been asking for is known by your inner being, is known by that vibrational reality, that it's already underway? And can you say gentle, general things such as, I don't exactly know where it's going to be or how it's going to unfold or who's going to be there or even when, but I know for sure that it's going to be good, that it's going to be my truth, that it's going to be satisfying, that it's going to be never ending. It's going to be the reason that I feel good in my life, that it is a never-ending unfolding path. If you can find satisfaction in some of those thoughts, then as it begins to unfold, we're going to give you a scanty analogy. And it's going to be annoying to some of you because it won't feel like it's on a very important topic. But it is such a good demonstration of how this works. And it really speaks to your question. So we're just going to give it to you whether you like it or not. So one morning, Esther, she's been in California, and she awakened from her meditation. Now, we say awakened, meaning that thought occurred that woke her up. A thought occurred that felt so big. And the thought was about going to a particular store in Southern California, a furniture store. And she laughed to herself because she thought, oh man, I can't get dressed and down there fast enough. And then she thought, I should work on world peace. No. Even she was a little, but the thought was so big. And so she went down and she found some things in this place. She's been helping some friends put their house together just with her ideas. They call her the Blue Book of Furniture because she likes it. And so they found a piece for the entry wall of their house. And it was a lovely table, really beautiful and really well priced. So they put it right in the back of Esther's SUV, and the two of them carried it up the stairs and put it there. It was so satisfying. It was just exactly right. And then off they went for some breakfast and to look around, and then they came back to the house and they found in the treasure trove of pictures that they had brought from their other house that were all sort of stacked against some walls, they found what seemed to be the perfect picture to put over that. And they nailed it up and they put it there, and they felt such satisfaction. And then other things were taking shape around the house, some things that they purchased and some things that they had, and they're moving them around. But here's this entry wall. And then a few weeks later, in meditation, Esther awakens from her meditation with another thought about a place to go. She cannot get down there fast enough. It's a consignment shop. And in this consignment shop was the most beautiful lamp. The house is contemporary and Asian. And Esther and her friend could not deny this lamp. They did not know where they were going to put it. It was just too good not to take. They really didn't even have a place to put it. There was a lamp on every place. They put it in the back of her car and they carried it over there. And when they walked in the door, they knew where it had to go, on that table. But now that picture wasn't right because the lamp blocked the picture. So the picture had to go somewhere else. So they moved the picture to another wall, hung it up. It's all right. In fact, it was perfect for now, satisfying for now. And then Esther's looking at it, and she remembers that at that same consignment shop, she had bought some rattan wall divider that she had no reason to buy. She just liked it. No place to put it. It was in her garage over at her house. And now she's looking at this wall. Boom! This thought comes into her mind. And so she takes her SUV over and she loads this in, and they bring it back and they put it there, and it is the most beautiful combination of things that she has ever seen. It was like the house put itself together. And now, days pass. They're having dinner in the dining room at this house, and someone gets up from the table, goes in, takes that picture off the wall, comes back into the dining room, puts it on the buffet across from the table, and everyone wants to jump for joy because that is where that picture belonged all along. But they couldn't get there from there. You see what we're getting at? Now, no? Leave. They had to be ready, 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 to be ready. The house may never be done. Things are always in motion. It just gets more and more satisfying. If you had felt how satisfied they were with that table, you would have thought that it would be the end of their purchases. If you had seen the way they were high-fiving each other, you would have thought that they had found world peace. And then if you had felt how they felt when they found that lamp, even though they did not know where they were going to put it, high-fiving again. And then if you had felt how they felt when they put that lamp on that table and moved that picture from behind it, oh, it was so satisfying. They didn't know it wasn't done. It was just satisfying till the next thought came. And when the next thought came, it's like, how did we ever live without that? How did we ever live with that table without that lamp? And how did we ever live with that table with that picture? How did we ever live? That wasn't what they were thinking. They were thinking, ooh, look how much better and 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 better, until after a little while, many thoughts start converging. In other words, suddenly you show up at a place where there are several things that you want. Have you ever been to a place where you look and look and look and look and look? Esther used to say, I'm just looking for something to want. And then another time, because your timing is right, because you waited for the inspiration, because your inner being knows what's in your vortex, your inner being knows what you're looking for, your inner being knows how you want it to turn out, your inner being already knows and will give you the impulse to go to the place, and then you go, and then there are several things all in one place that have all been lined up for you. And so Esther's friends will say, oh, we cannot thank you enough for your help with this. And Esther will say, this house is decorating itself. It's like the vortex is already knowing what belongs there, and all we are is in the happy receptive mode getting impulses, and this is the part that we really want you to hear. You get to be in on the discovery and the unfolding. Haven't you wondered, have you been listening to us for a while? Haven't you wondered why we can say you are the creator of your own experience, and then we can also say, and the universe will surprise and delight you? Haven't you wondered how those two things go together? This is how. You are the creator of your own experience, but you are the vibrational creator, and everything else fills in, and you are the receiver of it. You are the receiver of the idea. You are the receiver of the impulse. You are the receiver. Think about the difference between thinking a thought and receiving a thought. That was tricky. Think about thinking a thought and receiving a thought. When you begin to experience the power of the receptive mode, People will look at you and they will say, you are on fire. It's like you hardly ever make a move that isn't just exactly the right move. And even if it isn't exactly the right move, it's like it inspires you a whole new thing. It's like everywhere you turn, things are clicking into place for you. And you're excited and happy all the time. What are you on? High. High on energy. High on the receptive mode. High on the replenishing mode. Yes?
What I'm gathering from this is to keep stepping on the path, keep having fun, and just become cool with the unknown.
So stepping on the path meaning?
Meaning,
let life come.
Let life come. Enjoy the impulses.
So as life comes, wanted and not wanted, you launch the rocket of desire, and it gestates and it gets ready for you to be ready for it. And you do your best to stay as non-resistant as possible so that you are the beneficiary receiver of the impulses that just lead to more and more and more and more satisfaction.
Got it.
There are a lot of things that are true, but a lot of the things that are true you don't want. So we really liked it when you added to that true to yourself, because everything about your true self you will like. Everything. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.